Okay, good morning everyone, it's Lillin. And today I'll continue the adventure to avenge my best friend Kazuma with a weird, I don't know, wannabe Sherlock Holmes or actual Sherlock Holmes. I have no idea, even though technically he's fiction. I think it's a wannabe. So let's go. Continue our adventure. Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Investigation, Part 3. Man, this is long. I wonder how long it will take today. Hopefully, a decent, maybe 2 hours would be good. That's a good time. 9th January, SS Berri, Miss Pavlova's cabin. Dun dun dun. Okay, it's like... Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Okay, wait. Okay, good. Susato-san took a deep breath and gently slid back the bolt. Oh, infiltration! Again! Into people's... Oh wait, no, we're going out of her room, right? We got caught in... There was an earthquake. We were in her room trying to investigate her stuff while she's not there. And then there was an earthquake. Everyone's like, are you all okay? And then the door somehow got bolted and somehow we were inside with the door bolted. And everyone's now like, how are you in here, this room? So yeah. Oh. Darn, internet connection's weird. Oh well, we'll see. You, what are you doing, Miss Pufflo's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. Although we kind of, you know, infiltrated this person's place, trespassing. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Oh yeah, that was through the intercom. Yes, it appears to have been a false report. A false report? A false report? Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought we saw a ship ahead. So like a crewmate? This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. You can do that? It's like a bus or a train, you just press a button. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere. This first-class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh. Well, thank God we're first class, right? Money. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? I mean, I assume there's many buttons outside. Not just the one that's currently outside. Oh, you wicked intruder! Oh wait, what was her voice again? I forgot. Dress all in black, you are the devil! No, I don't know else it. Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is the first. Just because I'm in black? No, oh, obviously not. What was her voice again? You opened my traveling case! How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. Oh, wait, technically we didn't touch it. We were in her room, but we technically did not touch that case. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector! Yes. Why did she just... Oh, I guess everyone just calls him Inspector. Arrest this man! I know he did it! He is a criminal! It is not enough that he has killed a man? Yeah, and he's a stowaway as well. A vixen promises not to steal chicken. Do you believe? That's a weird analogy, but okay. Take him away! He is a trespasser as well as everything else. No, that is true. That is true. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right, you are devil. Oh. It doesn't look good, does it? Yeah. There's a cell below deck. Throw him in. I'm gonna be thrown in cell? Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait. A cell? Please, Inspector Osanaga. Is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. Oh, guess even our spy, not really spy, cannot do anything. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately, that was weird. I was in a separate bubble. Oh, I can talk to them? Or examine them? She looks so nervous. Where's her dog thing, pet thing over here? Looks like it told me in the suitcase though. I can press it. I just need to keep calm and focus on the task at hand, which is investigating while everyone's here telling me to go to the cell. Don't touch my things! You want me to show you where crawfish hibernates? Why does he like using sea like analogy? I mean, obviously we're at sea, I guess that makes sense. Last time it was, where do lobsters sleep when they in the winter or something? Hiya! What? Wait, that was wrong voice. Hiya! Mr. Naruto, what do you think you're doing? Wow, everyone's attacking me, and I was just starting to think she was my friend. Isn't there anyone who can help me out of this mess? My best friend who died, you mean? Let's talk to her. Miss Pavlova, can I... Get out. Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but get out, now. We just need to investigate in here to help understand what happened to... Oh, I know, I can't read that. I'm sorry. I can't read that. It's no use, she's not going to listen. Need to find someone who will. You mean Hosonaga? Obviously it's not gonna be him. Please, just give me a little more time. I do nothing for you, except show you your way to ship's prison cell. Thanks, but no thanks. But I'm innocent. I didn't kill anyone. And trespassing and stowing away? No, wait, that's true. Well, you know, sometimes life can lead you down some unusual avenues, and well... Enough, you are guilty. Ship cell is only a place fit for you. Oops, my bad. Come on, there has to be someone, some savior to rescue me from this crisis. Lol. Save him for last, man. I can't click anything else? Okay. Savior. You've got yourself into a difficult situation here. By entering this cabin uninvited, I mean. Sorry, I was just so desperate to find a clue. I'm afraid there's really nothing more I can do to help you. If I push my luck any further, a punch to the face will be the least of my worries. She can get thrown off shipwreck. I'm really sorry. I have to take responsibility for giving you the freedom to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. Now this has happened, I'll have to report to the captain at once. I really need some help here. I need a savior, huh? Rescue me. You mean Sherlock Holmes? Wait, there's another button. What? Why is he on the wall? I don't understand. Oh wait, did I finish this? Oops, I forgot to... My bad. I have to change my tags. My bad. Ace. Attorney. Great. My tag was wrong the whole time in Switch. Okay. What the? What are you doing up there? Mr. Holmes! Oh my god, he had the tiara. I think that's more trespassing than anything, and theft at the same time. What does that sound? Oh, his glasses? Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? Lol, what is he saying? I have no idea what he's saying. Okay. Okay, wait. This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh no, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? Wait. You properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles. Naturally. Ah, I forgot to change it. Ohayou.
何これ?
間違えてタグ日本語に設定しました。嘘は。逆転裁判です。英語でやってます。はい。なんだっけ。Okay. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you, most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than the hook on the wall next time. What is to report? Speak. An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes. Case of the curious murder that took place last night, here on this vessel, the steamship Berri. Has been solved, huh? By me, naturally. What? It's been solved already? She looks so shocked. Is that not a good thing? What? Really? Yes, I've eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to eliminate all your minds. I'm about to reveal my greatest detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. That was a mouthful. Huh! You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this case. Oh, you mean me? We all knew who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. That's not really proof. Okay. I didn't do it! The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. But, okay. Except, it could have been a jolt or an earthquake or something, or anyone pressing the emergency button that led to the thing being bolted. Yes, there. That means it was not a locked room mystery. Or locked room murder. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories. Yeah, locked room. That is point. これから OK 言わしてくるわ。またね。The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. Wait, dude, were you not present? What happened earlier? What? You were all quite mistaken. The cabin next door. It's not a so-called locked room at all. See, this guy knows. What? Oh yes, there was another entrance. Huh? Wait, what? What? Wait, I don't think he's on the right track either. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. Wait, that's why everyone had a headache. Maybe they like hit their head at night when someone rang the alarm and then the ship was like, "Son, stop." That's why they all have a pounding headache the next morning. Makes sense now. Usually it would hurt. I don't know, do you get a headache from your head being bumped? I guess you do. I thought it'd just be like a bump, you know? Like, tender. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open mouth at you, even as we speak. The ventilator, man. There's no way anyone can go through that ventilator, okay? The ventilator? Ha 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 ha. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. Weird. Okay, weird analogy, okay. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? Oh wait, if it was a dog, I guess it could have. Except you would literally have to lift the dog to the ventilator, which means like it couldn't go there by itself, which means it had to be someone else that did it. That's the only difference. But what could the dog do, right? It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Also, it was her dog that had the speckled band, which means the speckled band might be unrelated to this case? Mr. Holmes, do you mean? Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling noise. 1:34 a.m. 35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is a speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabinet. Where's the dog? In her clothing? Why does he keep looking like he's gonna fight someone? Mr. Holmes, what are you doing? There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I'm about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Not for you to fight me. Behold! Yeah! What the? Wait, what? It was a snake? I did not expect a snake. That is a speckled band, though. Why is it on his face? What? Was it not a dog? What? What the? Allow me to introduce you all. The band! The speckled band. A snake? Indubitably. It's not her snake? She looks too shocked, I guess. Mr. Holmes? Just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? Wait, what is speckled? Like dots? I thought it'd be like stripes too, actually. It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Hmm? Yes, you're right. I think in this case you'll have to call it a stripe band. A stripe band, wouldn't you? Lol. You both see and observe with distinction, however. Do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? What? But it's the victim who wrote it. What? Oh my goodness! Really? It's trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? Oh, is it her steak? Wait. I'm sorry for the young man who died. That is all. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one. Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two. That same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. Really? Maybe he got scared and hit his head? Or no, it was the neck, right? One hit to the neck that made him die. You know, it might have been an accident, actually. Seriously. No. She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Why rice? It could have been anything else. Oh. Holmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi? Asogi-san? Oh, it's on his face. He can't say anything. It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. Why is it around his head? I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that old long friend in your neck. So, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Oh wait, every time he did this, he failed, but okay. Oh! Aims the foot. Big one, conclusion. Intruder's identity. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Oh? Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain, she's question mark. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Let's think. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give then, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? She's checking her pocket. No, don't look at me! This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Oh, is that speckled? Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's sloughed skin. Sloughed. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin, no? I don't know what you're talking about. Last night, through the ventilator invisible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Oh. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. What? Like an assassination? In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. It makes sense, I guess. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloughes its skin. Does that exist? What? I don't think so, right? A snake so dreadful we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Oh. Conclusion. Beloved speckled snake was intruder. How he died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Wait, could not see the hole? I thought that was the whole point of external injuries. Now we take that as a fact. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Wait, you mean bite? The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. We don't have it now, right? Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. Oh. That's right. You have the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case, huh? It's empty. But okay. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't... It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end, which means the snake's whistling? Oh, that part? That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. Mainly my dog. To train? Indeed, you'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You wouldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, creature needed only to sink its fang in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. Well, wouldn't that be pretty obvious though if you killed him with a snake bite? That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible. Ah. The snake that changes pattern sounds weird though. This concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. Huh? Why would a snake one not drink milk? What? The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Incredible! You've solved the mystery! Wait, Nunosuke, calm down. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. Dude, calm down too. I see now why Sherlock Holmes has become such a household name. It becomes a household name? My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. What? Is that a saying? Anyway, dude, the speckled band, snake changing color, and the milk does not make sense. Everything else kind of makes sense, but like I said, the snake, if it uses venom, would be pretty obvious once you arrive on shore. That it's the snake that killed it, and obviously it would only be her. I guess she didn't let anyone see she has a snake, I guess, but still. You know, I'd be like, where's the snake? If not the guy that killed Kazuma. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Holmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me. Like always, I welcome questions as to my method and will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all... Oh. Handbook. How did... What? What is it? What? Why does it say that in her book? What info does she have in her book? What is her book even? Is this something like encyclopedia? Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madam. And reptiles, don't drink milk, right? It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. Yup. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding, but then what's the milk on the floor? Milk was merely an example. The logic holds. Well, there's something else. Snakes have no ears. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, man. I forgot about that part. Ah. Yes. So I'm not sure we really be possible to signal to snake by whistling. I'm calling it the dog. It's a dog and it's speckled. What? Or the tail is speckled. But madam, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? Oh yeah, how does that work? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Okay, so just performance. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. Lol. Oh yeah, it works that way. Don't take it out of the snakes, Mr. Holmes. There's one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. That's true. So I'm not quite sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat L cord like the ones in these cabins. Oh yeah, that too. Then I should try harder. That's not the point. Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Holmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that it's only me that could have killed it. Is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. I was on a shed thing, but whatever. Okay. Absolute silence. I think it was me. I need to step in and help again, Naruto-san. Oh, no, you don't mean? Yes, we need to modify Mr. Holmes' latest deductions and turn them into great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Well, yeah, I'm the one with my life on the line. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruto. Yes, right. So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again. What? Did he unlock it again? How does he have the authority to do that? You've done it again! Your handcuffs are gone! Where did they go? Fear not. I shall see they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Okay. Let's see. Let's go through them. Okay. Could deceive yourself, yada yada. Your aching heart. What? Is it not guilt on my aching heart? You're not sure Mr. Holmes read her quite correctly, is it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then? Wait, so I'm trying to deduct her expression? But okay. Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. What? Or face? Her earring? She has such petite ears among that beautiful hair, like little pink shells. Oh, what's that? There's something attached to her ear. Ah, I expect that's what's called an earring. It's a little piece of jewelry. An earring, is it? It really is tiny. Perhaps part of it is missing. Is it? I thought that's the whole point of some of the earrings. They're just like that. Perhaps it broke off. So now all that's left is the clasp part that attaches to the ear. Or something that dangles. If that's the case... oh, maybe it's the bell thing? The half of the bell? I don't know. She doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken. Is it broken? How would you know that even if you've never seen an earring before? It's weird. It's only right ear. Aching heart. She really does look troubled. Yes, it's hard to believe she's putting that expression on to fool us. But if you look closely, it's almost like she's actually staring at something, like her wrist. Why is she something on her wrist? It's pink. What do you think? Perhaps something is physically causing her pain. We should have a closer look. The angle changes. It's so weird when it does that. Hand, right? Wow, it looks like it hurts. Oh, Nano-san, look! It looks like a very painful wound. It looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently, too. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Like a dog or a cat. Isn't this just painful? Oh, there's a picture here. With a cat! Wait a minute! Let me press that. Wait, do I press this already? Oh, I did. Dude, the picture. Why would she have that on there? Can I go down? Oh, right, I can do this. Oh. I remember last time I didn't do this. And it was like difficult. Oh, her earring! Oh, it's a cute earring. Reminds me of Sailor Moon somehow. The wand from Sailor Moon. Oh, same thing. What's that? There's something dangling down from her ear. Okay, this will be how you know that she has something. What is it? Her earring looks like that. Well, how could you tell previously that she had something dangling? Ah, that's an earring. The crescent moon part looks as though it's made from wood. It's charming, isn't it? Women do seem to love adornments like this. Like that. Hey, I think it's unrelated to whether it's a woman or guy. You would like them on any girl too, right? You just probably wouldn't wear them. In their hair, around their necks, on their fingers. Even hanging from their ears, it seems. Well, jewelry is beautiful, Nano-san. Yeah. The case. I still think it's the picture. Why can't I click it though? Huh? The snake. It has to be that picture in the background. What else is there? There's literally nothing else. Right ear. Face. Make your heart again? No. I thought it'd be down. She has something on the bottom, but it doesn't look like it. With the paper. But effing that picture, man. That picture. Looks like a cat. What? There's nothing else I can click. May I click the right ear again? Because I checked the left ear? It's only the claw marks that cause her pain. I wonder if the camera is supposed to change when you click on certain things, but it doesn't look like it's really changeable. Aching heart, right ear, claw scratch. Left ear. Picture in the background I can't click. The bookshelf? What? What else is there? I go through everything. In the background? What is there? There's nothing else. I clicked everything. Is there something here? No, just ear. I'm stuck. Her tail? Or hair looks like tail? No? Above her head? Bottom? What about this angle? Her face? Face? Let me click everything again. I'll change the angle slightly. No, angle doesn't change. It's the same the whole time. What? What else is causing her pain? It's only the claw marks. There's nothing else it could be. Unless it's all in her hand. There's nothing in her hand. Darn it. Why could it be? I don't understand. Wait. Ace. Is it me or just really difficult to find everything or something? It's only the claw mark. Can I just end this? There's nothing else except the picture in the background. I still think the last thing is picture in the background. But how would you click that? Maybe I'm missing something. Go on, let's go through every single thing. Left ear. Left ear. Aching heart. Claw scratch. Aching heart. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's paper, I thought, but no, I think we saw that before. Snake? Want the snake? Paper, no. What am I missing? Our view doesn't change anytime I press anything. I don't like this area where it's like finding clues. I like deductions more. Something in the background. I see something in the background. There's nothing on her anymore. Let's go at the top first. Let's go to the top. Anything? No. Middle. Doesn't look like it. I still think it's a trunk, actually. Do you think a trunk? There is none. There's a belt, though. What is she looking at? It's only her hand right here. No, I need spoilers because I literally don't know what I'm looking for. Nope, let's look this up. It's impossible. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Where is it? Present scratches on her hand. Rotate, examine the photo on the table. Huh? I did! I clicked this. Present the scratches. Maybe am I missing a control? Like always? No. Just like Scott this claw marks and then click the photo? Does that work that way? No. Did it bug? I feel like it bugged. I cannot press the photo. Literally cannot press the photo. Cannot present photo. No, seriously, I want to click the photo. Maybe just the claw marks. I don't need to press the photo. Wait, do I just change the aching heart? Do I change it? Wait, how do I present this? Maybe it's just the way of doing this. I just don't know. Wait. It's doing all those. What is it? Deduction. Correction. How to present. Hey, look at the gameplay, man. Present this. Is it the R button? They don't tell you. Ah, those are controls. Controls. Why it's so confusing? Then press X to present it. Dude, no one told me. Oh my god. They should have that written. It didn't say that. Ah, finally. Yes, when you recall those horde events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch from sometime last night? I wish it told you the things to press. Really, honestly. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I'm sad, the pain from his wound is worse. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what's the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that pretentious night? Okay, here. That's a friend. Does he even say he can present? Without doubt, your friend is a withering serpent we see for us. Okay. It seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand is made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they? No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze, Naruto-san. That's where we'll find the answer. So her gaze was... Oh, it does say present, but it's... Huh? That's lame. You should have told me that before. I have a feeling that was this teapot that Miss Pavlova's eyes flickered over to before. You think this is the friend she's been talking about? You idiot. Well, we're all different, aren't we? Whatever we might say about it, if that's the way she feels, but it doesn't move. I don't think I'll say anything about it then. You and the teapot can discuss it instead. Wait, that's not what I meant. Why is a snake here anyway? The more I look at this creature, the more its stripe stands out. It's a very impressive snake, isn't it? Oh yes, it really is. And it seems to be doing its best to squeeze this poor sailor's head until it bursts. Wow, that was cold. Yes, it's a terrifying sight. And slightly heartwarming at the same time. Anyway, it'd probably be a good idea not to get too close. Sailor. A seaman. There's no doubt, is there? She looked in this direction. Straight at Seaman Stroganoff. Well, they do seem to be friends of sorts. Maybe those are friends. But I can't imagine how he could possibly fit through that ventilator. Don't forget that I managed to fit inside Kazuma's trunk when we first boarded the ship, man. I would ask what that proves, but I think an equivocal little smile would be more effective. Flaw. Anyway, the picture it. Is it a cat? What's a cat? Oh, it's so cute! I look at the photograph in this frame. It must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away. She is exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Yes, that's true, but personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we'd better take a closer look at this. Little kitten! Look at the little cat Miss Pavlova's cuddling there. Oh, what a cute little kitten! It could be with you, couldn't it, Naruto-san? For the blackest outfit. What? A black kitten. And from the look of it, this picture at least, it's not speckled though. Oh, but the bell! Ah, the bell! In the room! So the cat was in there. Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it. It must be a stage costume she's wearing. It's quite stunning. I should like to have something like that. And she's wearing the 20,000 rubles on her head as well. Look. It's called a tiara, Naruto-san. You shouldn't think of it purely in terms of its value. She must be a strong-willed woman. Turn her back on the world stage and run away all on her own. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, let's present the kitten. Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh no! The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Ah! Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Darka appeared to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's well-written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably... Yep. It was dirty or something. The specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give, then, pray? What was this spite that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? Is that a scarf? Well, not just a scarf then. No, don't look at me. There's nothing to do with any of this. Oh, okay, we did this already. And behind your back is a scarf. Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. Lol, why would you take it out of your pocket to hide it behind your back? That's like why? Oh, I just realized I'm covering Susato-san's face. Oh well. Oh yes, ploys like that are Mr. Holmes' specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought deduction was his specialty. Maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that's the skin of a snake. Of course, if she doesn't have one, right? In which case, so what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? A scarf? Just click on it, man. Well, it is speckled and it is a band, but what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. That looks like a handle at one end. Oh, is it a cat? You know the cat plays with it? That toy? I think it'd be a cat's toy. Oh, see. This sort is common in the West apparently. What's that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it. Ha ha, that sounds positively adorable. Yep. Yeah, just click it. Yes, the thing you are trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy. Precisely, in the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. Ah. And it was this toy you dangled through the ventilator. Why would you do that? Oh, to get him to go back, maybe? Maybe the cat was around, and then you try to get it back so you put your hand through the ventilator, dangling the thing to try to get the cat back, maybe? You moved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. Are we going with the snake again? If her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, yeah, I think so. Miss Pavlova attempted to use a speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. Ah. Yeah, that sounds okay. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka. Yeah! A truly troublesome feline, young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. Where is she, though? You'll forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. Oh, we got it. It was after I gave birth. Oh, I gave birth. What did I say? I don't know why I said that. It was after I gave her her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she disappeared through the ventilator. That's so. Can she go through that ventilator? It looks so small, even for a cat. Darka, she is so naughty. Oh, there. Finally. Oh, how they died. I don't know about that part. Maybe it's just an accident. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. Grim demise of the victim. Okay, we said this, we saw this before. No visible signs of injury. Okay. That's not a snake anymore, though. Herbal venom, yep. It could be venom if it was like a blunt. It's a blunt weapon or something to the neck, right? There's no wound. Mr. Holmes seemed to be unaware of one very important detail, the autopsy. Asima wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. We got it. Here it is. Actually, in fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Ah, yes, I knew it was one or the other. One or the other. Venom report. His necklace? Indeed, breaking a cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Low. Seeming strong enough isn't some immortal freak, you know. That's rude too. Saying that. Jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as a fact. Could be the snake though. If it's strangled. No, it was strangulation. It was broken by a blunt object. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? I don't think it's a cat though. If anything, it'd be an accident. No one was in the room at the time, except we don't know that because the door was open. Awesome. Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Hmm? He died because the neck was broken. Yeah, there's no way the first of all, there's no way the dying message is there, so someone must have been in the room. And Russian because they wrote it in Russian. And then left the door unlocked and then rang an emergency bell and then everyone hit their head. And then the door locked, yeah. In other words, he was probably struck by something, or someone. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Darka didn't suddenly creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. The cat, man? I suppose. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been that. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Maybe, but not with that pose. He's lying down. Maybe they hit the front of his neck, not the back of his neck? Unless... Wait, did it say it was front of his neck that had the blow? Oh yes, a bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe of Kazuma-sama though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Maybe someone pressed a button first, he fell, his neck died, and then someone's like, oops, I pressed the button accidentally and he died now. Let's make it a murder, someone else a murder, and not my fault. And then to put a dying message. And then ran out the door and then... No wait, but you have to ring the bell again. Or should have stopped to lock the door, so I guess not. Or at least the ringing of the emergency stop would be after Kazuma already died. And he put the dying message in there. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? There was a scuff mark though, that's true. Cause of death. Isn't it this one? Strong blow to the area. Instant death. Examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death. Is it just this one? Is it really not just this one? Wait, LB review scene. Deceased's body. No, I still think it's this one. Oh, was I wrong? A spectacular contrived logically to this mindless conclusion. Oh well, sweet logic reasoning, spectacular, so I thought I'd contribute to the show. This is my show, Mr. Naruto. For your fate, may perform any particular experiments on your own stage. Ha! Prove his cause of death. Puzzled us. Strange mark. It should be among the other evidence. Oh, thank you for the hint. That doesn't prove cause of death, does it? It's just a mark. It means he was slid. He slid. By someone or something. Sure. Here. They trip on it or something? I don't think so. This examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. It's beeswax? And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's lace leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. Really? He tripped on the bell, he slid and fell and hit his neck. I don't think you hit your neck that easily. Maybe you hit your like back or like your head, but your neck is like in the middle. Unless it's like a sharp object you fell onto. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. I mean, it could have been dragged on the floor, honestly. Like someone dragged his body. I thought that too. Please, no. And, by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Ah, okay. Then sure. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. No! So it's your cat's fault that he died? Is what you're saying? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life? The bell on the cat? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. Where's the cat? That's where you had evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. I don't believe it. Kazuma-san merely tripped over and now he's no more? Can't be. I refuse to accept it. You want him to be killed more? But okay. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. Except the Russian writing on the floor. What? Unless she went there, actually. Maybe she could have went to his room. Found out he was trying to get her cat because it wasn't coming to her.
New cat follower.
Oh, hello. Thank you. Wait. So, the cat was in the room. He tripped, he fell, he died. She went into his room to get her cat, and the door's unlocked, so she opened it. She found her cat, but she also found that he died. So he's like, no, I'm gonna be at fault. It'd be my cat's fault and my fault that he died. And so she wrote, and I guess maybe because there's a ventilator, she knew there was another guy always hiding in the wardrobe. And so she wrote the words wardrobe in Russian because that's all she knew, to signify that the culprit is not her, but the guy in the wardrobe, is what I assumed happened. And then she went outside, pressed the emergency, with the door unlocked, pressed the emergency alarm, so the ship goes into a sudden halt, and because of that, the door bolts shut when she's outside, making a locked room murder. Okay, I'm going with that theory. Miss Pavlova was trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. Victim's death. The tiara. If there's blood on that tiara, that means the cat brought the tiara over, and he died from it. But there was no visible wounds, so I don't think it's a tiara. I mean, Pierce, I've dropped 20,000 rubles here. It hasn't been dropped, Nato-san. It's been placed. I'm sorry to sound like Mr. Holmes. Stop trying to sound like the great detective. No. Well, traveling case or nothing inside though. This where Miss Pavlova hid her friend. That's right, and it wasn't a snake after all. No, it was that little kitten she called Starka. Not that it's anywhere to be seen now. Where is the cat? Is it here somewhere? It seems to have let itself out of the case and gone exploring. Must be tough to have a cat stuffed in a suitcase though. I expect it's wrapped itself around someone's head somewhere. Trying to make a new friend, like a snake. Either that, or it's scratching their hand to pieces. The point is, where has it gone to? I said somewhere here. Huh? Huh? Is it underneath the chair? I can't click that. Maybe it's inside? Oh. Oh. There's a wastepaper basket. Perhaps all the first class cabins have them. They don't have trash cans? Where it's not first class? What? But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably, there's not much rubbish in there yet. Except the cat. Oh. Paper balls? And the bell. Half the bell. That was evidence in the Kazuma's cabin. Half the other half. Which means the cat must have gone there. Oh, what's that? It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks familiar. Perhaps it's more than your mind. Simply playing tricks on you. Wait, what am I trying to correct again? What's going on? Evidence used to the victim's death is in the wastebasket. Because the bell is there. The other half of the bell. In this room. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that wastepaper basket. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. I should pick it up though. Yeah, she must have been inside the cabin, if it's in a wastebasket. Because you wouldn't... Yeah, why would the other half be in his room otherwise, right? Precisely, we found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asagi's cabin. And, as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no! So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which is evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in a wastepaper basket in your cabin? Yeah! They do kya in like Russian? That sounds so Japanese. Maybe they do, I don't know. You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know, in that hush Russian accent of yours. Won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Why? Oh, why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell. That would be the cat! Because if you look here, it has the bell on its neck, yeah? Hi! If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from darkest collar. It's all black and white though. I guess back then it's all black and white still. The very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. It was an accident. And the cause of that fateful stumble? What is this? So, with the theatrical. Your absent feline friend, Darka. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Oh, when he died. Death by tripping over a cat. Oh my god. That sucks. But it's not her fault. It's still an accident. Elementary. Ah. The hardest part about this game, the great Ace Attorney Chronicles at least, is the controls, because I didn't know to present stuff. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. Where's the cat? Seriously. It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. I wonder why. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. Okay. Thanks for the explanation. She was so fast, she disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it? Yes. And I had read the, rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. Like rats? So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. And maybe she tried whistling and get the cat back. This probably didn't work. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it's safe to try to lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin. Darka always loved this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy, I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. Yes, I knew it. She did return. So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she calmed down. But then... Oh, well, that's an unfortunate accident. I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out, and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. And afterwards, nothing. It's totally silent. Kazuma was... dead. He died. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripped. The SS Beria is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asoki was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, a combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. Ah, that sucks. But what became of the kitten afterwards? Oh wait, okay. In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Did she? But the Russian writing on the floor is weird. Yet Darka is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she's disappeared again. Into the other room, maybe? Gracious, that cat is as insufferable restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. Ah. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. She did steal that tiara. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? Yeah, what the heck is the snake? You're right, where is it? Where is it? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it and where did it come from? Maybe one of the sea people. The sailors. He's patting the snake. What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board the ship? Lol, he's so happy with it. Why didn't he just say the snake was mine? The whole time we were like, this snake must be yours, Miss Pavlova. He's not like, no, actually, it's mine. Why did he wait until like the end? What? Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Birotsko. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. What? Say that earlier. What happened to Animals not being on board either. That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when an emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. Ha! We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend? Without someone who understands? Oh, it sounds like he doesn't have friends. Couldn't you find someone a little more human? Who understands you better? But my dear burly fellow. A gargantuous venomous snake? Wait, who said it's venomous? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. See? Like, why would you think it's venomous from the beginning? Frotska does not have venom. He is harmless, very long but very gentle. He's adorable, like Granny. It's venomless? Yes, now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? I assume rats? Don't snakes usually eat rats, like frozen rats and stuff? Ha! Like they say milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Perotska eats mouses. Big fat round mouses. Exactly. Ah. Oh. So, is that what the mouse trap in the passageway out there is for? Oh yeah, there was one. Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. What? Refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous. What? How dare you insult the snake man? How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? Hey, snakes are awesome, man. Not that I have one, but I petted one and it's really, really cute. And it's so smooth. It is not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Perotska is nothing to do with this incident. Okay. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Fall. From a cat. I mean, at least it wasn't like a murder, someone was out for you, I guess. I don't know if that's better, because the result's the same, but... Much silence. Miss Pavlova. I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. My friend died. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. But what are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. What? Oh, she's talking about the writing on the floor that's in Russian. I mean, at this point, you don't really need... Unless it was actually a murder, you don't need to... She has no... What's the word? She doesn't need to tell any lies. It was just an series of unfortunate events. Hey, that's a series! A series of unfortunate events. I love that series. An accident. I'm no great detective like Mr. Holmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why is she lying? Unless she is the murderer. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Wait, why are you talking to me again? Also, why does she call me Mr. Naruhodo and sometimes Naruhodo-san? Maybe the translators, like, are different. To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in what Miss Pavlova's story. I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Now, see, yeah. So, a half of the bell was found at the scene of the crime in the next door cabin, and half of it was in her room. And if the bell broke when he tripped over the cat, that means both halves should have been in his room. But the fact that the half is in her room means that she just must have taken it after he died. in his room and brought it to her room. So she had to have actually been in his room after his death at one point. Or at least, technically after his fall. Not necessarily his death. He didn't pick it up, Greek detective. I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh. Oh, I said oh too. I'm only present here for a very specific reason. Why is he here?
Hi.
Oh, hello. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction.
How is
What?
the game so far?
Gameplay is difficult. Yeah. A distraction. I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Oh, he put it on again. Ah, not again! When did he do that? You should get used to it. Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Holmes? What? What is he talking about? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours, was he not? Yes. Kazuma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even. Ah. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. Oh, he wasn't gonna try to solve the whole case, but okay. No further distractions. We must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo. Wait, is this gonna be the end? Yes, whatever that may be. Oh, this case might end here. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. Already got it, no worries. I'll solve it instantly. Oh wait. This looks like the end of the story. This part. The truth about how you really died, and about how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Oh. Looks like it's gonna be continued on the next part. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. So she's lying? So she is the murderer? What's going on? Is she covering up for someone? I'm so confused. Is the murder on the front page of the paper? Not here. Oh, wrong button. Is the murder on the front page? Over here? Is he related? This revolutionary guy? So then, shall we begin? Yes! I sound like an intern or something. What should we ponder first? Oh wait, we're continuing? Okay. Is the victim who lost life in a cabin now bolted shut from the inside? No, I got that. It was the emergency bell. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Not if there's a dying message written after his death in Russian, man. Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance. Well, we've already... Oh wait, no. But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident. Mata! Wait, Mata! Let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid. Yeah, I know, it's like, don't just be like, that can't be true without explaining. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right here in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. Evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident. That's thinking... dying message, I mean. The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print, and in technically the next one. There's no way that Mr. Asoki could have left this message on the floor. That script is Russian, isn't it? We all knew this beforehand, man. Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language, Japanese in this case. That and the fact he had instant death, man. But But maybe he was studying Russian. I don't think he'd still write that in Russian though. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. That doesn't seem very likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. But it becomes that the culprit is probably Russian. What? Sorry? What do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asoge could have left this message on the floor, and the reason why is clearly explained in here. Wait, I thought I was gonna present the evidence. Why would you do this for me? Darn. Damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. Instant death. Yep. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there, if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. Wait, what? Are you talking about half of the bell? I don't think so. Wait. So Susato-san has noticed it too then. Wait, what are you talking about? Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words, wait a minute. Not an accident. No, not this one. Spike a band. No. Piece of glass. Object. No, this proves it might have been an accident. Photograph. Oh wait. Examine this. No. I just proved it's not me. No. It's not an accident. No. Not a newspaper. A diary. No. Strong blow. What's the point of this magnifying glass? No accident. Not an accident. Not an accident. Not an accident. The cat? Wait, I'm still confused now? Let me look at the history. There's something else we found in his cabin. Remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what she said was true. Couldn't possibly have been there. Couldn't have been there. I think it'd be the bell, if anything. I mean, if the cat was there. Big whistling. It's not the TR or anything. I think it'd be the... I don't know, technically he tripped on the... He tripped, right? But he was a distance away. Wait, review scene. No. I think it'd be the bell, maybe? Let me try. Oh, it is. This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. Because the mark is, like, further away from his shoes. If he tripped, wouldn't his shoe literally be, like, right at the end of the mark? But that's a glass bell the kitten had around his neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. Can you break that in half if the kitten fell? Or if you fall over a kitten? Would the bell even break? So we already have we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw, a fatal flaw. What? That's really what happened. Yeah, see, yeah, I thought that. But the bell being there couldn't have possibly been there is not true. It's the bell couldn't possibly have been in here. See, that wording was weird. I don't know if that was correct, but I don't know. That question was weird. And how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin? Oh. Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that wastepaper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Oh, no. Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. You went inside, right? And Mr. Asogi died last night in his cabin. There was someone else in that room. Or it could mean after he died. Doesn't necessarily mean before. And that same person deliberately arranged a scene to disguise the truth, in order to cover up his or her own guilt. Yeah! Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asogi's. Oh? Who is this? You're wasting time. Someone else was there? Duh, of course, we know this. What are you talking about, y'all? You mean me? Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out. Oh, yes. And only other person in cabin when young student died was you. No. It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian. There's no way I would have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details. Dude, shut up. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor, in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I'd been asleep in there the entire time. And the only person that knew he was in the wardrobe must have either one, been a spy and had, some eavesdropping thingy in the room or something, or two, next door neighbor, because he could hear sound from next door through the ventilator. And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the ground floor for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. Which is weird. Oh wait, no, that's not weird, I guess. I guess she couldn't find the other half or something? She only took half of it, because if it's any killer, they would have taken both pieces, right? Took one, and then she pressed the emergency stop button, and then, because of that, his body slid a bit across the floor, which revealed the other half. Okay, let's go with that theory. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions. Yes, well, I got it. It was past 1 o'clock. Oh, that too. It was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. You could use a flash. You could turn on the lights. It's not that dark. A single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. It's still incriminating evidence that I would have searched for. Maybe she was like super scared then. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item. I think you would notice if you have half of the item though. You all suspect me, don't you? Mata! Oh, the guy. He's protecting her or something. Seaman! Stroganoff! Nina is woman of sea. She's daughter of strong sailor. Oh, they are protecting her. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, okay. A member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal. Okay. So that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth. Oh, why? Why? Were you witness? Well, this is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? You're a great detective. You should know. All it bolted? Look truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Yeah, it's impossible. Ugh, he's right. Stop forgetting about the recent early incident. Oh wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around door latches so they can open and close them from the outside. We literally said that the door is sealed. There's no way that's possible. We had this conversation earlier, so Sato, please remember. You said that particularly. Red, are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors. Certainly not. These are watertight doors, as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel, with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used. No, of course not. I thought so too. But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so wait, why are you pinning the blame on me? Susato-san, how could you shift it onto me like that? I know, right? You just threw me under the bus, man. Kind of. So, Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. Cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you? A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside? One way does spring to mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Holmes means, Mr. Naruhodo? He keeps changing her suffix. Yes, and so should you. Girl, remember what happened earlier. Because we've seen it happen. Indeed, we had. Wait, why were you in there? I don't understand you. You were like, I swear you can go through doors. You weren't in the room when that happened earlier. Indeed, we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? Point out the telltale signs and method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across from the outside. From the outside. Wait, I have to go outside for this, do I not? Wait. Wait a minute. This thing? Look at the bookcase there. Because when you click the emergency button, the ship sways and the bolt goes across, and the books also fall across in the same direction that a bolt would have went across and locked the door. There. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Can it actually do that fast? That easily? Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. I believe. Yes, it's what's known as the force of inertia acting on the objects. Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her book at least? I know, right? As snakes, it has inertia. Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those books on the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. Oh, the BGM disappeared. The bolt on the cabin door. Ah! Dude, I thought you already remember this. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. It had come into this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. But then... Flashback! How is anyone there shopping his existence? Well, that sounds like Inspector. Oh yes! That's it! When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of inept... if you want to call it that. Are you trying to say that last night? Wait, no one's done comment on the inertia part? After Mr. Asogi was killed. It doesn't necessarily have to have been killed. Yeah. It could have been she thought her cat did it, and she's trying to cover up for the fact that her cat did it, and so she tried to make it look into murder instead. But it could have still been an accident. It didn't have to be murder. This is Berri. I made another emergency stop? When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, true, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hands across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over. Oh yes, I remember that. And I stood them all again, didn't I? Then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. You'd think that'd be the same for every cabin. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Oh my! Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? The fact the bell was in her room means that, yeah, she was in the cabin. Are you out of your mind? You say Berri made an emergency stop? It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room? Dude, the emergency stop man button. Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm? Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you only to press the button in times of emergency. Yep, right there. On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. Maybe it has her fingerprints on it. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. No. Lohi's looking away. Wait, it was you? Wait, what? Wait, it was him? It wasn't her? What's up? What? 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 What the heck did you do? When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today. Oh wait, he pressed it earlier. He didn't press it last night. Okay. So it can mean that she pressed it. Got it. Mr. Holmes, surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed, whatever the occasion. That sounds terrible. He should not be a leader of anything. He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with ship? I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now. Oh, a fellow prisoner joined me with my handcuffs. Nice. Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. How can you decide that? Let us not overlook the fact that we have learnt a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin door slide close. So, what we must now consider. Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi. Did this ship make an emergency stop, or did it not? You'd think that'd be written on a record somewhere? You are idiots. Berri is a huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop, even in the middle of night, there would be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts now, Mr. Naruhodo? Everyone's asleep, so I don't think so. Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. It was the log, wasn't it? It was empty after 2 AM. What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night? The log! No entries after 2... Oh, technically 1:30, technically. Seaman, Stroganoff. It's your duty to report the first class area of the ship, isn't that right? Yeah, that is correct. Why? In the ship's log here, this will be where you record the details of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine! Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift burrow in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with a mind to return it to you later. You mean theft? I left it there on purpose. That is where I always put it. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase, "nothing to report," every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log? Why does not other people don't have access to this? Y'all should look at it. That is, duh, because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write "nothing to report." He's definitely covering for her. Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Berri. Why are you covering that up, man? Oh, he's always covering for her, I guess. Maybe he likes her. Or just anything. Family, whatever. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish! I'm perfectly honest. I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh? Why? But what? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, the chaos, surely all of us would have noticed. We were all asleep, man, at 2 a.m. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and that alarm bell was so loud. Oh wait, the alarm bell. I wonder if they like disabled the alarm bell. I mean, if it was him that pressed it, the Stroganoff guy, he could turn off the alarm bell at the very least, and then press the button. I can't imagine that anyone would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's a good point. That's why you have to have help from the insiders, maybe. What if the throbbing? Sorry, what do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We've all suffered with it. Huh? Oh, yes, I have had a headache. You're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right, my head's been throbbing today too. Yeah, because we all hit our head when we're sleeping. I think we wake up though, actually. If you hit your head in the middle of the bed. Wait a minute, and since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. Were we all drugged? The food? Wait, if that's true then, this is not an accident they're trying to cover. It's actual murder they're trying to cover. Yeah. Because you wouldn't need to drug anyone if it was an accident. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Except Kazuma, I think he said he didn't eat dinner or something, because he gave it to maybe Noodlesuke? I don't remember what it was. Then the first thing I noticed this morning was a throbbing pain in my head. I'd already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Was you drugged? Tell me none, Mr. Naruto. You boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yes. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on, see, we were drugged? Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So we enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Yes. In fact, hide all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Ah, that's why he wasn't drugged. And they were gonna kill him, and they found out that he was alive. Like, oops. And they probably got careless and left the bell and stuff with her. Actually, no. I don't think she killed him. I think her was an accident. I think the killer's someone else. Well, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant? Dude. My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Oh, Mr. Holmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? It sounded weird somehow, out of context. I do. Or I do. No, really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Can you drug a chicken? Tampered with by addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. I thought you should do that for like mixing it with water or something. How do you get the amount right? A sleeping drug? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Holmes means. What a far-fetched idea. No, I'm pretty sure that's what that means. What? Precisely. Placing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Really? The cook? I thought the cook could do that though. Yeah, unless you're inside. Unless that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. Is that how I say that? What? Mr. Holmes? Yeah, see? It has to be inside job, man. Well, see, man. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. They are all conspiring to kill Kazuma? If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew, and the captain himself, would be hauled over the coals. Not the ship. For aiding and abetting a renegade. What's renegade? Like, accomplice to a murder? Please, no more. I will tell everything. I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen. Maybe they're trying to hide her identity. It wasn't emergency stuff they're trying to hide. Maybe her identity. She was a stowaway, and she wanted to hide the fact that she ran away. So to make people not notice her, maybe they all drugged everyone except her, so that she can live okay until she arrive to the next destination. I don't know. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yes. So when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. Yeah, see? We all agreed to help. Everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. So was it actually an accident then? You were right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. How do people not notice this? What? Yeah, we could not make all drug. How do you say? Dissolve? Yeah, I was like, how are you gonna do that? You should at least put that in the water. That sounds easier. Talk about heavy seasoning. At midnight, in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. You want no one to see her, I assume. She was helped by a comrade on shore with a small fishing boat. While all the passengers of the SS Berri slept soundly, thanks to the almost magical efforts of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. Yeah, see, okay, that makes sense. So it could have been accidents, though. So, if that's what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. Okay. Well, that's awkward now. There's so many things they're doing. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been complete chaos. No, I'm pretty sure they lock their doors when they go to sleep, man. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Ah, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. Well, I mean that too. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yes. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. Yeah, see? Yeah, I was like, what? And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. Dun dun dun. Oh. You have talked a long time and said many things. What is point? That he didn't do it. What? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. Yeah, you forgot the whole point was. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But... I don't know about any of this. I'm just a little girl. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am Sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. Even if there's evidence? A laudable trait. What? I am quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Yeah, the bell is not. The bell is there, dude. That's like complete evidence. Mr. Nutholder. Oh, yes? Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. I've lost me too. What are you talking about? Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction. Did you just put this whole long thing just to say meaningless things? There was no point to this. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying too. I believe the time has come. For one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth. Final one, okay. So, Mr. Nutholder, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Holmes? With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, of these two prevaricators. Observation? If you remember, Mr. Nutholder, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Was it not LaBelle? Seriously? Precisely. You are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. I'll see what I can see. We're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Cosmo died. The fact that LaBelle was there, what? The earring? Yeah, that's true. If the earring is there, then that's all the evidence I need. Wait, is this her room still? Her ear. If the earring's found, that's her. Oh wait, the same conversation. It broke off, yeah. He doesn't notice it's gone. I'm assuming it's on the floor. But like, this is her room. Must suggest something else was there. Funky arms. What? Why is that an option? His arms like tree chunks. Oh wait, tree chunks, doesn't he? Hairy tree trunks. So why do you need to say stuff like that? Yes, he certainly has sailor's arms. He's a born man of the sea. Even if I had been awake, I couldn't have done anything about being dragged out of that wardrobe by this man. And who was that? See, it was San there. Are you alright? You seem to be lost in thought. Oh, sorry. Blame those hairy tree trunks. What? Her other ear? Okay, same thing. Oops, my bad. Okay, that's an earring. Dude, I'm telling you. Regardless of the guy, girl, pretty sure it looks nice. Oh! What is this? Oh, is this the ink stain? I found it. Found the evidence. He was in the room. If it's not her, it's him. Oh, look at this. Or maybe it's both of them. Some kind of stain in an unusual place. You'd think he would have changed that outfit. Maybe he didn't notice. You'd think we wet them. Yes, you're right. It looks like ink, if I'm not mistaken. Ink. And look at the color too. It's clear where this came from. Okay, ink stain. Let's go present it. Wait, present. Hey! Seaman strong enough. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Eh. Ah, yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain. What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. The ink on the floor. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform. And I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then. The evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is the ink on the floor. The ink on the floor. Wait, where's the ink? Huh? Huh? Purple ink. Oh, this one. Okay. I was like, where's the ink bottle? Yes, it's this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink. A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ugh. Ah, the penny drops. At last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And a stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. I mean, that's not conclusive evidence. That's still like a theory. They could have different... They could... Any people could have purple ink, technically. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means... you must have been present in the cabin, in the moments immediately after the ink was spilt. No, I still think that's not conclusive evidence though. Unless Kazuma is the only one of everyone here on the ship that has purple ink. Then that's not conclusive evidence. And even if no one else's ink is found, people can lie and be like, I had it but accidentally dropped it outside the ocean and now it's forever gone. So it's not conclusive evidence, honestly. Someone else could have had the ink. Alright, yeah, see, no, that's not conclusive. Let's go with the idea that they couldn't think of anything else and that they somehow thought Kazuma was the only one that had purple ink. And let's go with that theory. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I don't think everything. I think he did half and half. He wouldn't have brought the bell back to her waste paper basket anyway. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin. That sounds terrible. To make it look like the wardrobe man did it. It sounds terrible. I think he would have known the wardrobe man is there anyway. Only the girl would have known. And I pressed button to make Berri do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Ray helped, but beef, please. It's a bit for beef. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. And our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, yeah, see, they both came together. I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one. My little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped. Oh, I know. Kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asagi's cabin. And he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor? Yes, that is right. I mean, that's all her speculation. He couldn't have seen that. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. No? Angel? That's awkward how he calls someone Angel, but okay. Maybe that's just in English. The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. What? You could sense an accident. When you went to Mr. Asagi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? Oh, I mean, technically, if he was not dead. Wait, it did say instant death, though. So I guess it's not like, if he was alive, you could have treated him and made sure he didn't die. I guess not that. Wait, but where's the cat, though? In the end. I already told you. When Nina opened the door of student's cabin and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Now, technically, she went in there first. Then she found the dead body. She's like, oh my god, guy, help me! Help me conceal evidence! And then they went into cabin again, I assume. Well, Miss Pavlova, was he dead? I think I said like, yeah, like, yeah. Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark. He was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand. And I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Cosmo's death at last? I guess that all makes sense. There was an accident. She went in there. They wanted to cover it up. And then so she got the guy. And they helped cover it up by writing. She knew about the wardrobe. She knew about me being in the closet. The wardrobe. So she told him that he wrote the words. Or she wrote the words. So don't matter. He got the stain on his back from ink. And she tried to get the bell. But she only got half of it. They had to run or something. I don't know. Do you think they have time till morning? So they could have really searched the cabin. If they want to find the other half of the bell, though. And there was a unfortunate accident. They pressed emergency stop. They exited it. Closed the door. Pressed emergency stop. The door locked. Everyone has a headache. I guess that all makes sense. Just an unfortunate accident that happened in the end. Oh, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Tomes. This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. Okay, what about it? The cause of death was a broken neck. Yeah, see? No, what? Yeah, I didn't figure that out. How did his neck break? Like, it has to have hit an object when he fell on the floor. But what could it be? And also, where's the cat? Those are the two things left there. I don't know, I don't think. Therefore, the victim died instantly. In the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, the kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there's one particular area in this photograph that seems to be somewhat unnatural, the fact that there's nothing on the neck. Like, where's the object? What do you mean, unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruto? Why you keep asking me? You already know the answer. Oh, well, yeah, you know. Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck. Which part of this photograph print seems unnatural? The neck part? The neck, I mean, maybe someone else wrote this. The neck. Let's go with the neck. Oops, it must be you, surely. Oops. Keep your eyes open, okay? No, it's definitely the neck, though. There's nothing underneath it. How could he have broken his neck if there's no object there? Yeah. Let's play what Mr. Holmes meant by unnatural, isn't it? Why don't you say it then? Oh. A word written in foreign language underneath his fingertip, surely. That particular crass detail was orchestrated by the culprit. No, I mean to identify another point. Yeah, it was not that point, the neck. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. Oh, thank you for the hint, but I told you I was gonna press neck. Did you land as the victim has? What if your hands? Huh? You look the sort of fellow who stumbles with some regularity. This should be an easy task. You mean the hands should be underneath you to prevent your fall? Why do I? What? Broke his neck. Which part seemed natural? Alright, let me think about it. You trip, right? You're about to fall, right? Your hands should be underneath you. Your fingers should not be extended. But I assume that's because they tamper with the evidence and want to make it seem like it's him. They're pretending he wrote it by putting his finger out like this. Oh wait, why is it in a fist? If anything, it should be like, not a fist. Oh, but then again, they did tamper with the evidence, so I can't really say anything about that. Maybe the fact that he's face down? Oh, I clicked his neck, it didn't work. Let's say he hit his head, actually. Let's click. I don't know which one. There's no mark that says which part is correct. The head? I could. Oh, darn it. It's not this one. What of your hands? So, is he saying should I click the hands? I assume tampered though. Why don't we click this and see what happens? Oh, darn it. Oh, let me skip this. That's with a hand. I mean, my first clue was underneath the neck. Unless I clicked the wrong area. I lose my footing. Let's go with the fist. I mean, I guess if they were to write a dying message, they don't need to tamper with the left hand, they just need the right hand, right? So I guess they wouldn't touch the left hand. And the fact that if he falls, the fist is odd. Maybe he has something in his fist. Oh, I got it! Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist just doesn't seem quite right. That should be a palm, right? The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. I assume they tampered with them and stuff. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, like he's grasping something? Or hitting something? As though he were gripping something. Why is she surprised? Was she tampered with the evidence before she got the guy to come? What do you mean? Simply, I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. Huh? You did? How dare you tamper with the evidence too? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Holmes, show us, please! Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep you in suspense? Oh, though, if he had that earring in his palm, that means he met her while he was still alive. Which means he died in her presence, essentially. This is what I found. Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle? Yes, you're right, a crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? Dude, y'all have no eyes of observation. It tells us nothing. Have you not noticed your angel, like her appearance or anything? I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Her earrings. Observation, Miss Nando. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizing like flowers. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe. Find the answer with your own eyes. No, I got it. I'll just click it. Turn. Sailor's hat. This one. Don't even need to press everything. So was it a murder? Miss Pavlova, on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well. Oh. What? And on your other ear. There seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little ink holding it on must have broken, I suppose. So it was murder? It could have been an unfortunate accident still. She could have been there, asked for the cat, and then he lost his balance. Kazuma lost his balance, tripped on the cat, and while he was falling, grasped the crescent moon earring from her accidentally and fell down. I mean, the fact she was present does not mean it's murder necessarily. It could still be an accident. Anyway, now the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Natholder? Yes, I agree. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asoki must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear, perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Asoki's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. Wait, he knew? But then the question is, why did Mr. Asoki do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Is that his dying message? Is she an assassin? She could be murdered, technically. Oh no. Angel. Oh, he doesn't know, I guess. No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Well, if she is the murderer, then, like, she's not gonna say that. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? I have no idea what she said. Some Russian yell thing? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away. Oh, it's her. Running away. The fishing boat in the middle of the night. Trying to climb onto this huge ship. Hello. And then, when I was at last in this cabin, and I could relax after this horrible, long day. Ah, your cat. Darka, wait. Oh. I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Darka would not come back. So it was an accident. She wasn't trying to murder the guy. So she goes in next door, knocks on the door, see if it's open. Hey, you're open. He opens the door. Yes, yeah, I knew it. I mean, I didn't know it, but I can deduce it now. Oh. Huh? Inspector? Eh? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Huh? Inspector? Inspector? You mean the other guy? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot his voice now because he died. I'm sorry. I thought he was a friend of mine. Wait, she saw him with the inspector moments before his death? The young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. Oh, no. Oh, okay. The guy answered the door thinking he was an inspector, and it's like, oops, my bad, not the inspector. Okay, good. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin, see accident. I assume the bell's already there. Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh, yes? Oh, wait, what? Did she murder him because he figured out her identity? I don't think so. He says he'll keep her identity. Or no, he's gonna keep it secret anyway. I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Oh, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Wow, that was fast. Huh? No, I don't know. I don't know that name. She could have been the old guy she had disguised too. Maybe she's too nervous. Anyone's sleeping anyway, so she didn't bother. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? I know, it's amazing. He's a ballet fan. Also newspaper. Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. Oh, ballet fan. But what are you doing on the ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. That's oddly specific. Why do you know that? Can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. Okay, she's good. It was a fortunate accident then, Neon. As expected. I see. So if you've run away, unless he said, no, I'm gonna report you, and then she's like, no, I must stop him, and then maybe she pushed him or something, and then he fell, and then she just wanted to push him, but then he died. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Lol, he looks into his wardrobe. He's gonna pull that cord. Oh, I knew it. He's gonna tell the captain. But he was actually looking at the closet. Why did I think I could trust him? Maybe she's trying to push him away from the cord or something. Then it happened, everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Oh. Darka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. Oh wait, that was an accident then. Oh. Slowly turning around. As he turned around to look at me. Oh my god, that bed frame thingy thing? Oh, she did push him. I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And then you murdered. I mean, it was an accident. I just stopped him from telling anyone about me. It was like a, small fight. And small fights are technically not illegal. But it just so happens that she pushed him and then, unfortunately, he landed on something he should not have landed on. And then he died. That's an accident, right? Like, you accidentally pushed someone downstairs. I mean, like, if it's an accident, it's still kind of an accident. And that's when you went to fetch help? From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and fell on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Beef. If they find out, I will be. Please." Oh wait, no, wrong person. "Please, I have nowhere to go." He's telling a story, so I'm like, talking his voice. So you decide to help. And that's when you arrange things in Kazan's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes. I went into the cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway in the wardrobe, still sleeping. Right, that's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the Stowaway. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote, so that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find Stowaway. You would say usually put the person's name and not, the wardrobe anyway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? You just forgot it. It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Except if you have half, you obviously know there's another half somewhere. Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished the job. By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway? They should know how that works, I guess, if they've been here forever. Yes. Accordingly, the SS Berri did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. It was like an unfortunate kind of fight and accident. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova, except she realized after that he wasn't pointing to the board, he was pointing to the wardrobe, and she killed him. Because she thought he was gonna snitch on her. I mean, she accidentally killed him, sorry. What? Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? That's true, I forgot about that. Why would that have been a problem? Maybe he's not the captain and not your teammate. It was what he said at first that made me scared. What he said at first? Oh, so she wasn't thinking about the captain thing. She was just thinking, Oh, what are you doing in this time of night, Inspector? Oh, she thought there was to be a spy. She thought it might be the captain, maybe. Thought it was a friend of mine. Okay. He said an inspector was his friend. Oh, it's him. Oh, yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. Oh. Okay. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. Obviously he wasn't. He's mentioning the wardrobe. Wait, y'all did not know that still? It was right next to the bed. Which is also, the wardrobe is also next to the bed. Ah. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain. But yeah. He was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done it. No, he was walking over to it. No, the closet. The wardrobe. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make. You said that 3 deductions ago. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? He died from such a misunderstanding. We determine whether the young man's gaze was directed. Whither? Oh, where? Okay. First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked last night, when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama? Wait, what is this? Are you drawing a sketch? Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, if there's one thing I've learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all matters of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. Talking about a game. Too meta, man. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? The wardrobe! I don't even need to think anything. Just present it. Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe? And, more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? Me! A man's great friend sleeping soundly. Oh, she actually killed the guy now. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Asogi-san's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. I know, right? Another opinion. Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No. Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh, no! Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish he had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently. You had. Tragic accident. Misunderstanding. Accident. Miss Pavlova. I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I mean, it was kind of an accident. I hope you'll never forget that. Oh, laying the blame on Thick. I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Berri is finally laid to rest. Ah, that was sad. I'm sad now. 9th January, 7:14 p.m. SS Berri, first class cabin passageway. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. Man for theft and the other thing? I just realized the seaman guy Stroganoff, he has snake lines around his eyes, or around his face now. It's like striped. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? I hope not. Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Holmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? Or she did steal it, technically, though. No, I don't think so. I don't know, it's international crime, like, isn't it? Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. Oh, is that how that is? I thought they, like, take you back, put you in jail, take your money, whatever stuff you stole. I see. I'm sorry. Steven Stroganoff? I want to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, or how you lost your good friend. Yeah, dude. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. Oh, that's kind. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste, but man, I can't believe he died like that. He was gonna have a bright future ahead of him, and then There was a whole thing in the last trial, and then he was trying to not sacrifice his future to like lose a trial and then lose a scholarship, and then he was on his trip to the scholarship studying abroad, and then he lost his life, and I'm so sad now. Well, what do you do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Yeah. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. I was stowaway, wasn't I? Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. I mean, technically, it's not Cosmo anymore. Can't I go study abroad now? I mean, not really want to use his death, but his death is now such a waste in his scholarship and what he wanted to do. And rather, like, carry that will on for my deceased friend. So, you should go get back to your cabin now. Sad. It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun then. I think that only days ago, Cosmo and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. It seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? I think you hear it from the other side. Oh, it's her. Susato-san? And the sword? Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Wait, what are you doing on that sword? Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack. You know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Huh? What is she doing? I still can't believe this had happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that. Susato-san. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now, they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. Mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Huh? I could say, Inspector. My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down, and I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. I mean, we were all drugged. Wait, what? And I'm free again now at least. Huh? Ah ha 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 ha. Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo! Huh? What are you doing? What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I should always picture you wearing those shackles. What? How insulting. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry? So I decided to restore them, for old time's sake, shall we say? You are a stowaway after all. That's true, but... Ha 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 ha. He thinks this is funny? Ah, Mr. Holmes. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. Was this all dependent on him? On Kazuma? terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. Was to be? In the light of Miss Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no, I don't care for me, but... Poor Sato-san. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is 1 lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely? I mean, yeah, that's what I thought too, kind of. But I assume it's like 1 lawyer with the name of Kazuma, is what I thought. But there's no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Holmes. We know of no other lawyer. Dude, I'm right here. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. That's insulting too, somehow. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. I mean, the long trip here anyway. Yes. Miss Sato-san? Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo-san. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. Hey, I solved this case too today. I can't be a lawyer. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Oh, really? 1 whole month? Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Oh, only 1 month is needed to study to be a lawyer? Okay. Is Naruhodo-san? That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days? Lol. There's only one way to find out. Try to pass a test. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Would you let me try? And if, by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? Kazuma. He said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain. Yeah, I don't know what his secret mission was in the end. And that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. Can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. For Kazuma. What do you say, Susato-san? I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. Aw, heartwarming music even though someone just died, my best friend. So what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating? Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination. I don't know what that means. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character, no? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes, from the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how best to make my report. Ah. It's just like the other Ace Attorney, where someone dies immediately after the first trial. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Naruho-san? Yes, I'm gonna try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? Well, it's like Mayoi-chan now. Mayoi-chan. I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And, Mr. Naruho-san? Oh. I'd like you to take charge of this. Oh. Is that still legal? But okay. What? Me? Are you sure? I don't know if I can use a blade either. My sword. I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. His headband. His name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asoge clan for generations. Oh, that sounds like you should not give that to me though. Give it to the next generation. Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it always. So then, Miss Susato-san, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It'll be an honor, Naruho-san. Oh? And for the next 40 days, I shall grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study. Oh, that sounds great. Yes, that's exactly what I need. But before we begin, let's at least pray for Kazuma, please. I have an earnest favor to ask of you two. Goodness, what is it? Please throw me to the ground, huh? 3 times, what? Oh, because she did it to me 3 times? Oh wait, then again, I probably could. She's a good master at throwing, so she should be able to take a throw. But also, I don't think Ryunosuke knows how to do that. What? I should never have doubted you. You're Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would have never done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. Oh, nice apology though. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked from the inside. No, I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. Not just once, but 5 times! Wait, why tell me 3 times then? I should be able to throw you 3 times then. Ah, the number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must! Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it! Don't even think about it. No. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise. Very wise, Naruho-san. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Holmes. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess, I was most impressed. When did he say that? I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling? Oh, well, in a way. It's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique. What? It's not just judo? Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. But yeah, she says that. She said it. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. I'm a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I am a somewhat accomplished boxer, love. There he goes, dancing around again. Is that dancing? You're literally hitting her face, man. Fist. One of them did. See, he's still hitting her in the face. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. Yes, I'll be honored. What? She's on board. Then let's not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh, of course. Wait, you're not doing it on me, right? Wait. Why me? Why not him? It's better for him to see it. Are you ready? Naruho-san? What? So you can't do it on your based on anger, but you can do it because it's practice. You can practice on me? That's okay? As you can see, you throw from the Then I'm Lamin. Oh yes, arresting indeed, and that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it? Actually, no. That was a Susato squash. What? Oh my gosh, she has more techniques. She can demonstrate them all on me. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Did we see this before? Kaduma. Is karma? That's right, it's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking katana on a study tour is more than a little bit irregular, surely? A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from a katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need such much compelling. On that subject, there is something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I appreciate you seeing it through with me. You never told me about it though. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Or oops, I knew you wouldn't let me down. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. And I assume that's the end. Finally done with episode 2. Crash Course Canada achievement unlocked. Oh, that was tiring. That was also 3 hours. Next one, episode 3, The Adventure of the Runaway Room, Investigation Part 1. We'll see when I will do this. Oh, how many is there? Wait, episode 3, 4, 5. I guess 5, and I finished 2. Okay. That was fun. Thanks for watching. And I will see when I will do episode 4. Maybe next week. Saturday. We will see. So long, man. Oh, wait, sorry, not this one, this one. I'm only 2/5 of the way there. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and hope you enjoyed it. It's Lillin. Hope you have a nice night, nice day. See you next time. Bye-bye.